Hi everyone, my name is Avery Osman and today I'm diving into Priceline.com's terms and conditions, specifically Part 1, Sections A through F, to evaluate whether their agreement is valid, how users are bound to it, what happens in the event of a dispute, and what changes I'd recommend to make it better for users while still protecting Priceline's interests. Let's get started. The first question we want to answer is this a valid contract? Yes, Priceline's terms and conditions, or T&Cs for short, technically form a valid contract under US law. By using the site, users are considered to have agreed to the terms, especially because the site includes a clear notice that using any part of the site constitutes acceptance of the agreement. However, according to Eric Goldman's blog post, "Stop Saying We Can Change the Terms Later," courts are becoming more skeptical of these so-called browse wrap agreements, where users aren't required to actively click "I agree." Validity hinges on whether users had reasonable notice and a meaningful opportunity to review the terms. So while Priceline's terms may be legally valid, they're on shaky ground from a user experience and enforceability standpoint. This brings us to question number 2. Are visitors truly bound to it? Should they have to click "I agree"? In my opinion, Priceline should definitely require a click-to-agree mechanism, especially during checkout or account creation. Why? Because without an explicit "I agree" checkbox, it's harder to prove users had clear notice and intent to be bound. The Digital Media Law Project backs this up, stating that browse wrap agreements are risky and often unenforceable unless they're designed very clearly and prominently. Instead, a click wrap model, where users must affirmatively accept terms, offers better protection for both the company and the user. It promotes transparency and reduces the risk of court disputes down the road. Another common question users might have is, if you have a dispute with Priceline, can you sue them? The short answer, not really. Priceline's T&Cs mandate binding arbitration for all disputes unless the claim qualifies for a small claims court. And they also include a class action waiver, meaning you can't join other users in suing as a group. This is common in online contracts, but it's worth noting that mandatory arbitration heavily favors companies over individuals. According to the EFF, clauses like this strip consumers of their day in court, often preventing users from accessing fair remedies for legitimate grievances. So if you're a Priceline user and you're wronged, your opinions are limited. You must go through private arbitration, which can be more opaque and more expensive than court. Now let's talk about ways Priceline could improve both legally and ethically. The first being to add click-to-agree consent. Make users actively accept the T&Cs during checkout or account creation. This adds legitimacy and ensures informed consent. Next, I suggest summarize key terms in plain English. Right now, the agreement is long and dense. A user-friendly summary with TLDR section would improve comprehension, and last but not least, add opt-out info prominently. You technically can opt out of arbitration, but that info is buried. It should be easier to find and easier to act on. So, is Priceline's user agreement valid? Yes, but is it user-friendly and fully enforceable in court? That's debatable. The biggest takeaway, make the legal terms not just legal, but ethical and actually understandable by the average user. Thank you so much for watching.